Good
Miss
morning.
Superb, how you doing, Queen? Good morning, love. Where you at
I'm
in
in
the world, my
CT.
beautiful African queen?
Yeah,
What CT? Connecticut?
Stanford.
What city? Stanford, Connecticut. So you right, Stanford is right next to what
It's
city? What major city?
I guess Hartford and like around that area, but it's a little further.
Okay, okay. I spoke in Hartford in
Hmm.
Connecticut 2 years ago, or was it last year? I think it was 2 years ago. I was in Hartford.
Yeah,
I've been to
Bridgeport's like
Bridgeport
30
about
minutes
three
away from here.
times. Yeah, Bridgeport gave me one of my largest
Wow.
audiences too. They packed out for the Prince. So tell me what's going on with black people in Connecticut. I need you to fill me in. It's the war report. How we doing up there? Is the police? Do we got what's our main issues in order? Is police
Nah,
brutality an
not
issue
really
or
over
not so
there.
much? Schools? Is it the prisons? Is it the snow bunny
I guess
crisis?
it's that
Talk to
right
me. How you
there.
see it, Queen? The snow bunny
Yeah.
crisis is real big in Connecticut. Okay, so the brothers ain't
I
wiping
mean,
up the
you see
queens
that
the way they
too, but it's
supposed to.
like over here is like we don't really have that. Like we all practically get along. The white race, the African race, we all get along.
Okay, I feel you. I feel you. Now, y'all don't have gangs
Nah,
up
well,
there
not
in
in my
Connecticut,
part.
do
In
you?
Bridgeport, yeah, it get
Okay,
popping.
okay, okay. And what about the sisterhood up there? Are the sisters? Because I find as I travel around the sisterhood, the sisters kind of operate in cliques. Don't get me wrong, brothers can be cliquish, but brothers are more open to new brothers joining a circle. Sisters tend to be a little bit more guarded in introducing themselves or opening a social circle up to other sisters. So how would you rate the sisterhood
It's
amongst black
fine. It's
women in
like
Connecticut?
if you're kind and you nice and you interact with another woman, you're gonna most likely get met with humble. They're gonna be nice to you back. They pretty humble. Yeah, I
So
mean,
the sisterhood is pretty good.
Bridgeport, I don't know, but they pretty nice over there. I don't know. Maybe I don't socialize enough, but when I do, it's pretty. It's
Okay.
a nice social experience. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I got you. I got you. I was just in Norwood, Massachusetts last week. I spoke in Norwood, one Thursday ago? Yeah, last Thursday I was in Norwood, Massachusetts. How far are you guys from
I'm
Boston?
assuming like almost 2 hours, probably, but maybe 2 to 3 hours. Yeah, I don't usually be in
Okay, not too
Boston. I know
far
one
though.
time I was supposed to come see you in Harlem. Yeah, no, I didn't end up getting to
Did you
come.
come?
I was in New York, but
Uh, Harlem. Harlem is special. My blow up took place in Harlem. That's where I blew up at. Why you didn't come to the FDMG
because
festival in
I was supposed to
2021 or
go with
2022?
somebody, and they decided they didn't want to go with me, and they wanted me to use their car, and their car is like a $200,000 car, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna get robbed. I can't be by myself in that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
We're
I'm
gonna be
coming.
looking for you at the next fest though. Nah, you fine. We're gonna be looking for you at the next fest. It's going to be in September. One of
Okay.
the Saturdays in September. One of the Saturdays, and that's probably going to be the
Okay.
grand
At the
opening for the
school.
community. Because when I look at it right now, we in the middle of December. We only got 2 inspections to go, but I think they're going to nitpick us. It looks like they're going to nitpick us. So, and plus we got to decorate later. Do the paint. We're gonna have a paint day. Probably, I'm gonna say early
Okay.
January. We're gonna have a paint day. December is not these. I'm looking at the color. What color you think we should do these hallways behind me? I'm sitting in the hallway of the school right
I
now.
think
It's a
we should do
boys' school.
African
What
colors.
would you
Oh, the
throw?
boys' school, African colors. Throw
When you say
like
African, what do you mean?
yellows and browns and golds and
Okay, so you with the
it's
earth
for the
tone.
boys. Some blues. Throw some blues in there.
Okay, okay, okay. Some blues
Yeah,
in
throw
there.
some
So we
blues
up in
in
here. So
there to go with the African colors. Make it work. Make it look real hot.
got you, got you. I'm gonna do that, Queen. Well, listen, thanks for tapping in. We look forward to seeing you,
I
and make sure
donated
you
five hundred
donate to the
dollars so
school. I don't
far.
care if it's.
I was on auto
Oh,
pay, and
thank
I
you,
got my
sweetheart.
receipts.
Glad to hear that. Oh, that's love. That's love. That's love. And we're gonna be giving all our donors a certificate too, a Black Star Line certificate for donating to the
Yeah, I was
school
on
at the
auto
grand opening.
pay.
So I appreciate that, Queen. I really. Oh man, thank you. One of the loyal donors.
Of
Oh man,
course.
thank you very much for that. Thank you very much. One of the brothers wanted to know if you were single. A couple of the brothers wanted to know if you were
No.
single. He said complicated,
It's
fellas. Y'all know what that is.
complicated.
Complicated. And she right there.
Thank you.
All right, Queen. Thanks for tapping in.
Thank you. You too.
I'll be blessed. African boy 1960. Where you at? African boy 1960. Where you at? We live and direct. How we doing, my brother? Where you at?
But I'm Congolese.
What city you at in Minnesota?
I mean, brother? Sauk Rapids.
Okay, because Grand Rapids is in Michigan.
Minnesota.
You in Michigan or Minnesota? Okay, and you said you are in Big Rapids, Minnesota.
Sauk Rapids.
Coon Rapids? Y'all got a
No.
Coon Rapids in Minnesota.
I live in Sauk Rapids. And yes, we do have a Coon Rapids.
So there's a rapid full of coons in Minnesota, but you are in South Rapids, Minnesota, right?
Sauk Rapids with an S. Sauk Rapids.
Right. South, like north,
Sauk
south, east,
Rapids
west, right?
with an S. Sauk Rapids.
Spell it.
SAUKRAPIDS. Sauk Rapids.
Okay, Sauk Rapids,
Sauk Rapids,
Minnesota.
That's where I live. But there is a Coon Rapids. There is a Coon Rapids in Minnesota, though. I used to live there. Coon Rapids.
A Coon Rapids. Wow. Did y'all hear that, brothers and sisters? Did everybody hear that? There's actually a Coon Rapids, Minnesota. We're going to send all the coons to Coon Rapids, Minnesota. Good brother, I will be speaking in Minneapolis on
you will? February
the 8th. Yeah. How far are you from Minneapolis?
An hour away, but I have a brother that lives there, actually. And yeah, I think I'll be able to make it.
Yeah, you should come. I don't have the details yet, but I will soon. February the 8th. Are you American African or you one of our immigrant African
we came here in 2014. My whole family's Congolese. I'm 100% Congolese. I actually just took my DNA test, and I'm mixed with Cameroon. My tribe is
Cameroon. I came from Cameroon. Yes, sir. I got to go to the Congo. I'm trying to do a Cameroon Congolese tour for your brothers and sisters here in the diaspora.
Yeah, the reason I took my DNA test is because I know my history. I know the history of the Berlin Conference. So I took it.
Yes, sir.
And I ended up being mixed with Cameroon. Yeah.
That's powerful, brother. That's powerful. Now, I'm glad to hear that, brother. I think I have Congolese roots too, because a lot of us came through the Bimbia slave fort in Cameroon. A lot of us came from Congo, Chad, Central African Republic. Of course, they wasn't called that at that time. And we came to Bimbia on the coast. So a lot of your American African brothers and sisters, they are Congolese as well and Cameroonian as well. A lot of them, they think they Indians. They don't know yet, because of self-hate. They think they Indians and Native Americans. But a lot of us came straight from right there in Central Africa and Central West Africa. Now let me ask you a question. You ain't dealing with the snow bunnies, are you?
I like African. I like African girls. African girls are the best.
And I'm glad that you like the African queens. African queens.
Specific type of African girls are the best. I like all of them. North Africans, East Africans, West, Central, Southern.
And what about your sisters in the diaspora? What's your opinion on dating a sister?
I'm actually a Pan-African too. I believe in Pan-Africanism 100%. And I view everybody, even the ones in the Americas, as Africans. Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that, my brother. I'm glad to hear that. Let me ask you this question, and I want you to be honest with me. I know the answer, but I want to hear it from you. Some of your American African brothers and sisters, your Caribbean African, Central South American, Canadian African, even your British African, French African brothers and sisters, they say that sometimes the continental Africans in the West, the ones who come to Europe, come to America, Canada, Central South America, and the Caribbean, they can be somewhat chauvinistic, standoffish, bourgeoisie. They flock to the white people instead of their American African or diasporan African family. What's your opinion on that?
Are actually
is
really
that
organized in the head, really mentally enslaved in the head, and it goes back to the Berlin Conference. A lot of our history got lost, got destroyed, and like these Europeans lied to us about our history. They said all that we had was darkness, and we were like monkeys, and like our brains were like as smart as monkeys and like other animals, and we had no civilization, and white people brought civilization to Africa. So yeah, a lot of Africans do think that way because we're just colonized in the head. We're like mentally enslaved in the head. Yeah, because it goes back to the history of colonization in Africa. But I'm woke though. I know my history.
I'm glad, brother. I'm glad. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to meeting you too. In fact, you have the same complexion if it wasn't for the white man raping my 5 times great-grandmother, 6 times great-grandmother, 7 times great-grandmother, and 8 times great-grandmother. So I should be your complexion. You understand? But because of the rape, the introduction of that European DNA through the sex abuse of African women on the plantation,
yeah, I know
that's how my
too.
complexion
got
a little lighter.
A lot of women got raped during the slavery in the Americas. Yeah, it's very sad and like depressing, and like it just like gets to you.
Got you, man. Got you. Don't pay attention. You got some reactionary coons on the chat. Don't pay to my mind, my brother. We gonna stay
reading the chat. I was actually paying total attention to you. I like you.
Good, because
you're a true king.
I appreciate that, brother. Do you have my cell number?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do.
Okay, I want you to text me around this time next month. I should have the information for the Minneapolis event.
Will you answer? Aren't
yes, sir.
You popular?
Nah, brother, I'm down to earth, brother. I'm the most grassroots scholar of all time. You can text me direct. But I want to make sure you get that information because I want you to invite all my continental African brothers and sisters out, you know, across the state of Minnesota when I'm in Minneapolis on February the 8th.
That you think you would be able to answer?
January, anytime mid-January, around this time.
Okay. And you said it's February 7th?
Yes, sir.
February 8th.
February 8th.
Time?
Minneapolis. Yes, sir. Okay, my brother, I'm going to tap in with a few more, but thanks for tapping in, and I look forward to meeting you.
I've always wondered.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
When the scramble for Africa happened, Europeans destroyed a lot of like great kingdoms and empires, a lot of great African civilizations. How were they able to like destroy like all these African civilizations to the point like where like it looks like it barely was there, like nothing was there? Was it cannon? Was it bombs, canyons, or what? What was it?
It was all of the above. It was all of the, you know, but the more important question is how did they do it? You know, they did it by using technology and using our African humanitarianism against us. We are the most humane people in the world, and it's always been used against us. And even though we've been dealing with these Neanderthals for hundreds of years, we still have not matured politically and intellectually enough to know when to cut off outsiders before you give them the advantage and the ability to take over your territory. We are still weak in the knees for Caucasians. We are weak in the knees for Arabs. We are weak in the knees for Asians. We are weak in the knees for East Indians. African people globally. This is a global issue. This is this Pan-Africanist problem. We are still weak in the knees for non-African people. In the same way they took Africa in the beginning is the way they maintain it now. It's the way they take the black communities in America. It's the way they gobble up the Caribbean. It's the way they destroyed Central and South America. It's the way they invade black communities in Canada, in Paris, and throughout England. We still have not matured politically enough to put our humanitarianism in check. If we don't learn how to put our humanitarianism in check, we will never overthrow white supremacy. We don't have to become like them. We do not have to imitate them. I don't ever want to act like my oppressor in any way, shape, form, or
form. I don't believe in hurting people, like
go ahead.
People, genocides, Holocaust. I don't believe in any of that. I think that's like completely dark and heartless, soulless. It's evil. It's demonic.
Absolutely. But we're selling our children out. See, here's the point that I'm trying to get African people to see. We are selling our children out when we keep on allowing outsiders to come in and exploit us politically, materialistically, economically, financially, in terms of our natural resources. Our African children are not going to have anything to look forward to in another 50 years if we keep on giving it all to the Chinese, the Arabs, and everybody else. And that goes with African countries with the natural resources. That goes with the American Africans and the Canadian Africans and the European Africans with their Christmas shopping and the conspicuous consumption. The problem is the same all over the world. We are still in love with the people who have destroyed our infrastructure. We're still in love with them. We are still in love with them. And the thing about it is, it's not that we're still in love with them. That's the main problem. We don't have a deadline to fall out of love with our oppressor. So, for example, Black women don't have a deadline as to when they're going to stop wearing weaves. They don't have a deadline as to when they're going to stop perming their little girls' hair. Black men don't have a deadline as to when we're going to stop bunny hopping and marrying these white girls and giving all our wealth to these non-African women. We don't have a deadline as to when we're going to start using our money to build our own communities. So Black people are comfortable with their current disposition remaining in place for the rest of eternity. And that's my concern. We don't even look, if we said we was going to date snow bunnies for the next 20 years and stop, if Black women said we're going to keep spending $30 billion a year on weaves and perms for the next 10 years, and then we're going to stop, if the gangster rappers said we're going to keep on promoting death, destruction, and misogyny in our music for the next 25 years, and then we're going to stop, I could understand it. But nobody has a due date on their self-hate. Nobody has a due date on their self-hate. And that's the problem with us as African people. We do not have a due date on our self-hate. And that means our children will.
Yeah, I've heard you talk about that a couple of times, about like the rich people of the Black world, the African world, not using their wealth to like build banks, schools, hospitals, and important stuff. And I think it goes back to like slavery and colonization of Africa. Like, we're mentally enslaved. We're colonized in the head. Like, say for example, during ancient Africa, we all worked together to build these civilizations, these great kingdoms and empires. But now a lot of people are selfish.
That's
they
right.
Just think of themselves. They don't think about the African world. They don't think about the Black world. They just think about themselves. They don't care about nobody else. Yeah.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So let me hop off this live. Make sure you reach out to me the middle of next month.
Yeah, nice talking to you. This is my first time talking to you. This is really cool.
No problem, my brother. Yeah. Be safe out there too.
Yep. Bye.
All right, now, one love. I have a very big problem with you American Africans who was on my chat insulting my brother. I was too focused on the conversation to block you dusty ass Negroes. But that's the problem right there. That's the problem, right? I don't do tribalism. I don't do that. Now, I know y'all into this movement and that movement and all this other crap. I'm not into that. I'm into the Pan-Africanist movement. Don't come on my damn live and insult my African brothers and sisters. We all come from the same place, and we all belong to the same race, and we are all in the same state. I said we come from the same place, we belong to the same race, and we are all in the same state. Don't come on my live disrespecting my brothers and sisters. I don't appreciate that. That's why I said the freedom struggle for African people will not be a utopia. The freedom struggle for African people will not be a utopia. We're going to send some of y'all to Coon Rapids, Minnesota. Who wants to raise? We need to start a GoFundMe to raise money to build a private prison for coons in Coon Rapids, Minnesota. Where my Minnesota Africans at? I need y'all to find out how much land can we buy in Coon Rapids, Minnesota. I didn't know we already had a city for coons. I did not know we already had a city in America for coons. The brother confirmed there is a Coon Rapids, Minnesota. We need to get 100 acres and build a large fence. We need to get 100 acres. Who want to help raise money? We need 100 acres of land in Coon Rapids, Minnesota, so we can send all the coons to Coon Rapids, brothers and sisters. We already have a city named in honor of these reactionary degenerates. We already have a city named in honor of these reactionary degenerates. Sister Faith going once. Sister Faith going twice. We got 20 minutes.
Hi,
How you doing?
how you doing?
Well, my beautiful
Right
sister.
now, I'm
Where
in
you based
Delaware,
at?
and I met you when you was over here talking. I'm in
What
Wilmington.
city you at?
I know, and I
So
kept
you
saying,
right
if you
where
don't
I'm
get
at
me
right
on, I'm
now.
gonna come knock on that door, even though I just worked overnight shift. I want to know, are you doing
Talk.
anything in December for the school? You're not doing nothing yet.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. December, we still going to be getting it ready. As you see, we ain't got the paint, but we want to paint. We want to give it a fresh energy. The
So
walls are in great
are you going to make an
condition.
announcement for volunteers to come and help you paint? Okay. All right.
Absolutely.
And the next question is, when are you taking resumes?
We've been taking resumes for the past 5 years. You can send it.
I have it
take
already.
my number so you can text me. You have it. Text me, and I'm going to text you the email address. But it's fdresumes@gmail.com.
All right.
fdresumes@gmail. Now, let me ask you a question, Sister Faith. For my Wilmington,
I'm originally
Delaware
from
folks,
New York, though.
I'm trying to bring my Wilmington, Delaware family into the fold of the different programs we're going to be doing here in the community. But I need some ideas on how to do that. So if you think of any ideas, let me know. I would probably do a private meet and greet just for Wilmington, Delaware residents. Yes. But I want constructive people. I want positive people coming in here thinking they're going to run my school. You get that kind of energy. Some folks, and I don't mean just Delaware. You get that energy all across the country when it comes. But I want people who are humble, want to work. Not come newsy or trying to take over my project, but who sincerely want to help out. I already got the brothers and sisters of Wilmington. They always stop when I'm outside. They pull over. They talk. So I've got nothing but love since I'm in Wilmington. You got a few haters, but that's to be expected wherever you go. You know what I mean? But I would like
all right, no problem.
When you get a minute, shoot me a text message so I will know that I spoke to you today. I'll know who you are. And then
not a problem at all.
To you. Also, one other thing. I'm looking for a home to lease in Wilmington.
From the school.
That's not too far from the school. Ideas, don't put them out on this live, but if you have any ideas or know of homes for lease, I don't want to buy yet because I'm not exactly sure where I want to be permanently, but I need to lease a place, especially for the next year, because normally when I have to be here early in the morning to meet the contractors and get, but hotels a lot of money in Wilmington, Sister Faith, and I'm now the money I'm paying these hotels, I'm lease a house and have a house locally.
Alrighty, not a problem. Alrighty.
All right,
you take care and be safe.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right now. Peace and Pan-Africanism. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Mail your check or money order payable to FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware, 19809, Jacksonville, Florida, February the 1st. Kwanzaa kicks off in Fort Worth, Texas. Black History Month kicks off in Jacksonville, Florida. Kwanzaa kicks off in Fort Worth, Texas. Black History Month kicks off in Jacksonville, Florida. Kwanzaa kicks off in Fort Worth, Texas. Black History Month kicks off in Jacksonville, Florida. Brendan Depper protest January the 31st, Jacksonville, Florida. September the 1st, Detroit, Michigan. Detroit, Michigan. December the 30th, Montclair, New Jersey. Where my New Jersey Africans at? Where my Montclair Africans, Elizabeth Africans, Jersey City Africans, Newark, New Jersey? Where my North Jersey Africans at one time? Where my North Jersey Africans at? I will be speaking in Montclair. Let me give you the information. I will be speaking in Montclair, New Jersey. I'm going to give you the information right now. Sister Kalia text me. Let me give it to you right now. Hold on, I got to let my locksmith in. Woo. Vic, how long you been out there? I just got back. Okay. I was about to say I had Vic outside. Oh, the rain stopped a little bit. Yeah, I might be in the car, Vic, if you need me when I'm on the interview. Okay. All right. We got to get the school ready, brothers and sisters. North Jersey, I'm going to be in Montclair. Let me tell y'all where I'm going to be at real quick. It's a beautiful day. Whenever the rain comes, that's sowing seeds of a new day, new opportunity. FDMG Academy, this is what we do, brothers and sisters. FDMG Academy, this is what we do, brothers and sisters. FDMG Academy, this is Ifa Tunde Avenue, Dr. Papa Boulevard, Prince of Pan-Africanism Parkway. Oh, I got to tell y'all where I'm going to be in Montclair. I'm going to tell y'all in a minute. We got a sister about to tap in one time. Where you at,
Hello.
beautiful? How we doing there, princess?
Hi.
Gorgeous.
I'm Mary. I'm in Philly.
What's your
Can you hear me?
What's your
Huh?
Your name. Pleased to meet you,
in Philly
Nairi.
right now.
Where you based at? Oh, you in Philly? Okay, I'm Philly guy. I'm Delaware right now. So what's your thoughts on the state of Black Philadelphia right now, Sister Nairi?
Well, I'm actually a substitute teacher for charter schools. Yeah, so it's kind of a lot right now, but that's why I was calling, because, you know, working in the field of being like a teacher and working with the kids, you know, it can kind of be, I could see the trauma with the kids, and, you know, for myself, that's why I work with them. That's why I still do this profession. I don't want to be a main teacher. I still want to do substituting. That way I could go to job to job or like change the school up. But I mean, I don't know. Charter schools, I remember you said this in a video, but at first I thought charter schools were like good and stuff. But working there for the past few months, I'm really starting to see the neglection of the schools, and like how these kids, they are just being raised by the phones. You know, they talk about different types of shows, like the Baddies Z show. These kids are in love with that type of stuff. And, you know, again, being a teacher, I can only do but so much, but, you know, that's why I'm in this profession. But the Philly in general, and Wilmington too. I used to work in Wilmington last year, so it's kind of the same, but we definitely need to be there for our babies. So yeah, that's I'm doing it.
Yes, ma'am. What I want you to do for me, Sister Nairi, things. Number one, I want you to send me a resume so you can be a substitute teacher for us here at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. So I need you to send me your resume, and then I want you to text me because I want to have you in my phone as a substitute teacher. So as we get closer to the school, we can bring you in and interview you, you know, have your clearances done or whatnot, everything check out. You could be one of our substitutes. You know what I mean? So
yes,
do you have my cell number?
I do.
Okay. Text me and just say, I'm Sister Nyree, the substitute teacher you spoke with on your IG today. And I'm also going to text you the email for the resume, which is fdmgresumes@gmail.com. Okay. I think you all natural.
I got lots
you got to
right
be
now.
all
I just
natural.
retwisted it last night. So.
Okay. Yeah, you straight. And you're not buddy hopping, right? No white males, no puppies. Okay.
No.
All right. Okay. Powerful, powerful. So thanks for checking in. Don't forget to text me because you're the first substitute I met who said you would like to stay a substitute. You're the first one, so I want to make sure I have you in my Rolodex.
Thank you, you too.
Okay.
Bye, Doctor.
Be safe out there. All right. No problem. It's all about networking. We're going to be having a whole bunch of networking parties. We're going to have First Fridays at FDMG. We're going to have First Fridays at FDMG for all conscious Black professionals. All conscious Black professionals. We're going to have First Fridays at FDMG at the Nat Turner John Jacques Dessalines Gymnasium. This is going to be the place to be. I'm telling you now, you better buy you a house. You better get you a house somewhere in South Jersey, Northern Maryland, South PA, or Delaware, because we about to pop off. Delaware is about to pop off. This section right here, we taking over the whole conscious movement. It won't be New York City no more. Shout out to my New York family. It won't be Chicago no more. Shout out to my Chicago family. It won't be Atlanta no more. Shout out to my Atlanta family. It's going to be Wilmington, Delaware. The first shall be last and the last shall be first. The first shall be last and the last. That's right. We're going to build Black Wall Street in the last state to outlaw slavery. That's right. We're going to build Black Wall Street in the last state to outlaw slavery. We're going to build Black Wall Street. The rain is coming. That's the ancestors. Who tapping in? We got 10 minutes and I got to get on the radio. I will be on WURD 900 AM. I will be on WURD 900 AM. I will be on WURD 900 AM Philadelphia in 9 minutes exactly. 9 minutes exactly. We got another queen about to pop in. Where my queens at? I'm about to jump on this interview. I love you too. Where's Chef Barbie at with my salad? Where's Chef Barbie at with my salad? I'm about to jump on the interview, Vic. How's it working? You get anyone yet?
I ain't get one yet. I'm grabbing it, but it's just not opening.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
one, I'm warmed up, but
All right, you might got to go to the next one. You on that first one?
yeah, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, because that first one might, probably get some of them ones that's still open. Because remember, 6 to 11.